Recently, Medallion Financial has aligned themselves with the preeminent sales coach in the country, Dr. Kerry Johnson. Dr. Johnson is also the best-selling author of numerous books, including WillPower.
Well, the biggest reason is because you want to make leaps in your production. Generally, when you want to increase your production by 10 to 50% per year, you could probably just do it by working harder, more hours. But the only way to go from, let's say, $200,000 to $400,000 a year is either one of two ways. Number one, by doubling your hours, or by using a coach to give you better skills, keep you disciplined, and keep you focused. Every big producer in the country that does more than $3 to $5 million a year uses a coach. One of my clients is a guy named Lloyd in Dallas, Texas. And Lloyd does $35 million a year in annuity production. And all Lloyd wanted to do was just one thing. He wanted to get better referrals from the divorce attorneys that he was working with. And he went from $35 to $50 million in 6 months just by using a coach. Well, we promise our clients that they'll increase their business by 80% within 8 weeks. It's a big claim. And it's very easy to do that because the first thing we do is we put them on a business plan, a game plan, so that if they want to hit $600,000 a year within 1 year and they're making $200,000, we put them on a business plan that says you do this activity on a weekly basis and we're going to hold your feet to the fire. We're going to make sure you do it. The second thing we do is we build their basic skills, the 4 steps of getting referrals, 5 steps of contacting referred leads, how to probe more effectively, how to get past stalls like let me go think about it, time management techniques. And the third thing we do is we put them on advanced skills. And advanced skills are client events. We show them how to use advanced sales skills like neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. We do branding so that they become an expert instead of a commodity. And we also put them on PR programs and advanced sales skills. So it's very easy to increase business by 80% within 8 weeks. The very difficult thing is how do you keep someone consistent and how do you stop these people who double their income from self-sabotaging? That's very difficult, and that's why people can't do it on their own. Well, I'd rather be face-to-face with people. In fact, when people are local, or if they're visiting Southern California, I'll try to have lunch with them or something. But the appointments we have are 30 to 40 minutes in place, generally 30 minutes. And it's really amazing how much you can get done on the telephone. If you and I talk together, we'll maybe spend an hour and a half getting through 3 or 4 points. When I'm on the telephone, we do the exact same thing in a much more efficient way. And the second thing we do is also we have a backup tool called iCoach. And iCoach is an online coaching program that we put people on so that when I talk to people, we send them to iCoach to review the things we talk about. It's got videos, it's got the business plan there. So we maximize our time on the telephone. Well, the only people that I can't work with are, number one, those people who don't show up for appointments consistently. If you don't show up one time, it's not a big deal, but when you don't show up consistently, it's a problem. Number two, if you don't do the things you say you will do, you'll fail at coaching. One of my clients is a guy named Rick Martin. He's in Omaha, Nebraska, and Rick went from 200 to 1.2 million last year through coaching. And I said, Rick, you were so consistent, how do you do this? He said, well, I was a lieutenant colonel in the Marines, and during boot camp at DI says, sir, if you don't keep your promises, people die. And Rick said that was the best motivational lecture he ever went through. So anybody that works with me that wants to increase their business from 200 to $1 million in income commission a year, all they have to do is they have to do the things they say they will do, and they'll make it. 5%. 5% of the people I work with, I should never have taken on as a coaching relationship. It was my mistake. In fact, we have a evaluation that we give people, and it's basically a 15-question evaluation. And we have them do this, and if I feel that someone is just not, coaching is not going to help them, I'll let them know that right away. Well, the biggest reason, I think, money. Coaching is not cheap. I mean, you're paying a certain amount of money to get to the next level. And the biggest thing is you've got to believe that that's an investment instead of just a cost. The people that I work with think, well, it's going to cost me this, and over a year it's going to cost me this. They're probably not ready to do coaching. They really got to believe that if they put that money in, the return is going to be 5, 10 times more than that. Well, mainly it was you. You took a lot of time working with me, chatting about what Medallion is, your mission, the kind of commitment you had to the producers. And the second thing was, I love the idea that you were focusing on the top tier producers instead of just recruiting the masses. You want to make your top tier more successful than they are and give them the tools. That was really attractive. There's only about maybe a couple of FMOs out there that are really committed to the producers, and you're one of them. And I really like that, the time you took to inform me and give me ideas on what your missions are and your goals. That was pretty attractive.
If you want to take your financial practice to the next level, you need to seriously consider engaging the services of Dr. Kerry Johnson.